Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all of my kings, queens, princes, and princesses, happy Tuesday. Welcome. You're now officially dropping jewels with Julien Virgin. I'm your boy, Julien Virgin, man. It's my honor to be here with you this evening. It's a beautiful day. It's been real cool, man. I have a wonderful show planned for you today, talking about everything under the sun, man. First and foremost, we're just getting into what dropping jewels is. I know I'm just bringing this format back. I've been dropping jewels for a long time via audio, radio. That's my background. That's my passion. But recently, I just been really feeling like, I need to take this to a more visual standpoint and also be able to express how I feel, man. For the longest times, I like to keep my opinions to myself, because in this world that we live in, a lot of times, if you are opinionated, you better stand on yours if you're going to have one opinion. So I feel like now where I'm at in my life, I'm able to stand on some of my opinions. So I want to be a little bit more vocal with how I feel about things, and where else a better place to do it on my own platform with Dropping Jewels with Julien Virgin, which is real people having real conversations about real issues that we all face, and me taking the jewel from those conversations and giving it back to you in an interesting but yet a captivating way. And today's show will be nothing less than just real captivating and just real authentic. So I'll be joined by a great friend of mine, my man, the income tax guru, Tehran Hodges, somebody I've been a friend with for years, man. We go back like 4 flats on a Cadillac, man, all the way since our days running at the Georgia State University. And he's going to come on to talk about the upcoming income tax season. Sports, of course, something that we love to talk about. And today's jewel of the week, something that I want to discuss with y'all, which is accountability. And the reason I want to discuss that with you this week, and it's a story behind it. So I have a really good friend. His name is Ziggy 2Player. And Ziggy's been working out a lot recently. You've been seeing his workout videos. He's been boxing, he's been training. And you could just see the change that he's taken in his life. And I hit him up the other day on Instagram, and I was like, yo, Zig, like, I think one thing that I'm struggling with when it comes to like working out consistently is having an accountability partner. And he hit me. He was like, yo, next time you're in the bathroom, call me. And like, I never did, but he calls me back a couple days ago, and he's like, yo, the reason I was asking you to call me when you were in the bathroom, because I was going to tell you to look yourself in the mirror. And I was going to tell you that person looking back at you is going to be your greatest accountability partner, because that person loves you unlike anybody else in this whole entire world loves you. That person cares about you more than anybody else cares about you. That person knows you more than anybody else knows you. And that really stuck with me, He also just went on to say, like, you're fighting a battle every day against yourself. And some days you're going to lose that battle. But if you can stack up as many wins as possible, do that, And that I took that to heart, and that's something that I've been thinking about all week, and I felt like it was only necessary for us to talk about that on today's show. So when Tehran does come in, we're going to talk about accountability. One reason that really was because it hit me, because I've been lacking accountability in some phases of my life, and I've been feeling that, and I feel like really and truly, I haven't been squeezing all the juice out of my orange. Like, I feel like there's a lot left on the table that I need to be going towards and knocking out. And that's why I wanted to come and stay consistent. Last week, we started Dropping Jewels with Julien Virgin Live. And I was excited to follow up, because I needed to hold myself accountable to putting out my thoughts, my feelings, and just getting back to doing something every week. And this is just a start of it. And I'm excited that I'm able to be vulnerable with you and let you know where I'm at in life, and start a dialogue. So if you feel what I'm coming from, make sure you drop a comment, and let's discuss. Today was really dope. I hung out with my daughter Sarai all day. We went hiking up in Marietta. We found this trail. It was me, her, and my dog Panda. We just walked around, and spending time with her really makes me feel like, it's time well spent. So I'm happy I was able to do that. On each show, outside of our jewels being dropped, I also want to talk about what I've been listening to as a record spinner, somebody who spins records consistently. Something that's caught my ear this week is this girl. Her name is A. Murray. And make sure I'm spelling this right. Her name is Maarae. A. Murray. She dropped the album. It's called The Angel You Don't Know. And, you be scrolling on Instagram, and this one girl, she had this song with her Instagram post, and I was like, oh, this is actually pretty cool. So I went back and listened to the whole album. And yes, this album, The Angel You Don't Know, is really fire. So I definitely recommend you check that out. Definitely look forward to hearing what Tehran's been listening to as we get him in here. And I feel like it is about that time for us to do so. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want to welcome you. I want to introduce you to my guy, the income tax guru. I think he calls himself the credit god. The credit goat, rather. The credit goat. Great friend of mine, my man T. Hodges. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and say what's up to my mans. Let's go ahead and get them in here.
What's going on?
T.
We in.
What's poppin', bro?
On, man? What's good, man? Good to see you, man.
Hey, man, showing up. It's been a minute, bro.
It's been a minute. What was it? Soraya's birthday, right?
It was Sarai's birthday. That was in August 13th, man. Big General. That's what you going by now. Big General. Tell me about that. What that mean?
Hey, man, Big General, the general is always the person that lead, man. They're the person in charge. They are that bellwether type figure that leads the pack. So, sometimes I like to go by Big General, just to let it be known that, I like to put myself in that leader role. So sometimes I go by Big General, but, preferably, I like to go by the income tax guru or the credit goat, but Big General is cool too.
That's dope, man. Yo, I know cool we always talk about being leaders, man. That's something that we talk about all the time is like leading the pack, and because people that taught us the game is leaders like Nipsey, like Spitta, a lot of leaders that we look up to. But like, do you ever feel like there's a time where you need to follow in any situation?
Yeah, all great leaders know how to follow, and it starts with following. So yeah, definitely, and that following could just come from, watching somebody who inspires you, or like having a mentor. A mentor in a certain aspect, you may have to follow the routine guidelines, or you might just want to follow what they do because they're successful, and you want to operate on their will. So definitely, you got to know when to follow. You can't lead at all times in all aspects. It just kind of don't work that way.
Like my man Spitta said when I interviewed him a couple years ago, you got to be in order to be a good chief, you got to be a good Indian.
Yeah, you do. No, it's true, man. It's true. The best managers, supervisors, people in charge were the people who worked at the bottom. The people that started at a low level and they rose to the top, so they know what it feels like to follow and to do that stuff at the bottom, etc. And that's what makes them the best leaders, I think, at least.
So I think that kind of goes into the jewel of the day, man, which is accountability, bro. Because like I've been the last couple of days, man, and I feel like we've discussed this before, but it might be a good time for us to rehash it. I've been independent for a minute, and you were there. I remember you were one of the first people I called when I got the job at Beauty.
Yeah.
I was super hyped, super yoked up.
Yeah, I remember.
I feel like I'm yearning a little bit for like the apprenticeship aspect, like learning and kind of going back and learning from somebody and what we're talking about, which is accountability and obligation or willingness to accept responsibility or to account for one's actions, man. And when you're your own, when you're on your own, man, you got to be your own boss and you got to hold yourself accountable. I want to know, I feel like you do a good job at it, man, but how do you go about holding yourself accountable?
I mean, it's not easy, man. It's really not easy. But to be honest with you, I think one of in the recent times, one of the best ways I've kept myself accountable. I don't do it now because I feel like I don't have to. But what I used to do, I actually got this idea from a book, Million Dollar Habits, Brian Tracy, awesome author. Million Dollar Habits, go find it, go look it up. But basically, what he said, do, let's say working out. If it's working out, if it's reading, whatever. I mean, it don't really matter. It could be brushing your teeth 3 times a day. What you do is you have a setup to be on blank sheet of paper. You write down those things, put the days. You got to check it and exit off,
Oh,
right? So you'll be able to see, let's say, 30 days, or let's go shorter than that, 2 weeks. If your plan was to work out, let's say, hypothetically speaking, 3 days a week, but you got X's on there 7 days a week, then you already know what that means. So
right.
that's a good way to start. But then, once you do that over time, what happened to me was it becomes habitual. And it gets to a point where I don't have to check it off or exit off. If
Because
I
you've
don't
already
read,
established that.
yeah, if I don't do it, if I don't work out a certain amount of times within the week or read for a certain period of time, I just don't feel right. So if you start off that way, that'll definitely give you that fuel um, that you need to make it a habit over time. I think that's probably, man. I mean, I know a lot of people say like the accountability partner, and that's cool, but man, we adults, man, hold yourself accountable. Be your own
Right.
accountability. You don't need nobody else to make you do what you need to do. You
Facts.
know,
Facts. And I think that's what my man's was getting at. Like, yo, like you don't need nobody else to know, like look
because
yourself
at the
and
end of the day, if you want to do something bad enough, you're gonna do it. Period.
I like that. That's real, man. That's real, man. And I think I wanted to do this bad enough to get you on here today, man, just to talk about it. And I feel like we always able to get that good dialogue going. And by the time we get off the phone, and I be sitting there like, all right, let's do better. You feel
Yeah.
me?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah. Right.
I'm happy that we on live right now. It's something we've been talking about for a minute. It's a work in progress, man. We got right here. You see, we got the bottom third. It's got the accountability up here. Like, yo, we moving. We gonna take a quick
Yes,
commercial break.
sir.
We about to switch to a commercial real quick, and then we gonna come back and get into some sports real quick. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Dropping Jewels with Julien Virgin. I got my man featuring the income tax guru Tehran Hodges.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
get it.
We here.
Julien Virgin.
All right, and we back. Dropping Jewels with Julien Virgin, episode 2, featuring my man Tehran Hodges, the income tax
Yes,
guru.
sir. Yes, sir.
Sports, bro. Let's talk about income tax season, man. It's right around the corner. I know this is
Yeah.
your time to shine, man. What do we need to know?
Don't have Uncle Sam at your front door looking for you. That's what you need to. You need to know that Uncle Sam will come get you. That's what you need to know. And if you don't want Uncle Sam to come get you, file them taxes. That's it. Drops mic. That's all she wrote. I know you can't see him, you can't call him, you can't visit him, but he can call you and visit you. So,
Anytime.
But yeah, man, nah, seriously, yeah, tax time is on the way. File your taxes, man. File your taxes, man. Don't be that person. File them taxes. For real. Serious. It's a serious deal. It's nothing to play with. I've seen people, not file for 5 and 6 years, man. And the penalties, the interest, and it get ugly, man. You don't want that. So file your taxes on time. Don't be late. And when you need your car fixed, you take it to a mechanic. When you get sick, you go to a doctor. When you need your income taxes filed, you call the guru. So, that's that.
How long it take you to come up with that slogan, bro?
Instantaneously, bro. It was.
Bro, you
I
had
didn't
to
even.
work on that for some time, fam.
I don't know. It's just common sense, specialized knowledge. Napoleon Hill talk about it in the Science of Success. Think and go rich, specialized knowledge. So when I was reading all of that, it just came to me. I don't know, man.
I like that, man. Well, hey, we appreciate you. When does income tax season officially start?
It's really all year, but January. Once January roll around, usually by the 31st of January, all companies supposed to send out W-2 forms and everything. So January, really, as soon as the new year come in, bang.
Yeah, so we appreciate you. You already know who to holler at. My man Tehran Hodges, income tax guru.
Yes, sir.
All right, switching subjects real quick, man.
Let's do it.
Big General. We love talking about sports, man. And I think an old general is right back in town. My man Cam Newton came back with the Carolina Panthers after time gone. I believe his last start was in 2018. Once, was out for a year, left, went to the Patriots, did a year there.
Got cut.
Hasn't been playing all year. Got the call. Sam Darnold got hurt. Really wasn't doing the job. They called Cam. Superman is back in town. And ain't no hiding the fact, man. I'm pro Cam all day. I'm pro Cam.
I'm with you, 100%. 100%.
I don't know about you, man. I feel like you
stop. Oh man, here we go.
Let us go no further, bro. I feel like you done flexed up on Cam in the past, but we're not gonna talk about that right now. We're gonna talk about his return, man. How do you feel seeing Cam back with the Panthers, and then get that dub off this week? He scored 2 touchdowns, man.
Yeah, I think that was huge. Those 2 touchdowns. I mean, just for him, not only him, but for the whole team, for the whole organization. I think it was a really good sign for them. And I mean, hey, let's face it, man. Cam Newton should have been in the league. He should have had a job. He's better than all 32 backup quarterbacks. So I mean, it was good for him. It was good for the team. And I liked it, man. Two plays, 2 touchdowns. Come on now.
What do you think about him taking his helmet off and letting them know?
Yeah, he should have did that. He should have did that. I loved it. He got penalized for it. He should have did it again. I love it.
It was a statement. It was like, I'm letting y'all know, like, bro, it ain't sweet over here.
Statement.
He found the camera and was like, I'm back. I'm here. I like that energy.
I loved it.
I like that. And
I loved it.
And maybe I haven't been tuned in to what the pundits been saying, but I haven't heard no backlash from that.
I haven't either.
Really hating though.
Of course, but I haven't seen it. But somebody didn't like it, and the referees definitely didn't like it because they threw a flag on it.
Cam is obviously like, when Cam walks in a room, Cam is there.
Right, he illuminates the whole room.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta respect Cam.
For sure.
How do you think some of that locker room took Cam being back? Because I don't know if you've seen, there was like some clips where like everybody was gathered around Cam on the sideline. He's gotta get in that power talk.
I saw that.
I'm sitting here thinking to myself, bro, if I'm new to the team, Cam ain't been here all year. I done been here. It's like, yo, who is this guy coming in here thinking that,
Nah, man, it's Cam Newton, bro. It's Cam, bro. I think he was what that team needed, man. Don't be surprised if, they end up getting a little wild card or they end up going, winning the next 3 or 4 straight. Like, that locker room, man, that was a huge spark for them. Huge. And I don't really think none of the players, if you think about it, a lot of those guys on that team, not all, but a lot of them, he played with.
And
before he left.
Really going through a rebuild right now. Once they got rid of Cam, it was like, we about to restart.
Rebuild, right. For sure. So I don't think it was any animosity from any players or anything. I think everybody probably loved it. Like, it's Cam Newton and he gives us a chance. You know,
like you feel that swagger and him taking his helmet off and like, yo, I'm
yeah, come on,
bro,
man.
you know everybody was dumb.
Come on,
man.
Sam Darnold wasn't doing it, and even before he got hurt, he wasn't. I don't think he was like galvanizing the troops, like you know.
I like that energy, bro. Like,
yeah, man.
Like as a Giants fan, like, bro, I see Daniel Jones score and he just kind of walk back. I'm like, bro, spike the ball, dog. Like,
yeah, it's football. It's a man's game.
Like,
Get lit.
You know what I mean?
Get lit. Yeah, I feel that. I agree.
That makes a difference, man. I think that goes to the question that's in our bottom third, man. What is Cam Newton's legacy, bro? Like, let's say if Cam never plays another game, man, how will Cam be remembered to you?
That's a good question, man. To me, that's a good question. I'll probably remember Cam as definitely as, you know, Superman, playmaker, athletic, I'm gonna get it done, charisma, personality. Because you got to think too. I think it was 2015 or 2016. I think 2015. But you know, the NFL they do the top 100 players, and the players vote. And Cam Newton was number one. I think it was 2015. Don't quote me.
2015, the year he won MVP.
But he was ranked number one by his peers. So, I mean, that's not an accident. You don't become number one by your peers on accident, you know? So, I mean, he'll definitely be known as a talent, charisma, athletic, legs, run the ball, you know, run you over type of guy.
I think Cam Newton's legacy, it spans so much further than what he's done in the NFL, too. Because if you when Cam was in college, bro, there's a serious argument that Cam Newton had the single greatest season ever in college.
I agree. And to
any player, like you can argue that Cam Newton 2010 at Auburn was the greatest single individual performance in college football history.
And to add to that, probably one of the most influential players to an establishment. You know, what he did for Auburn, I mean, it hasn't happened since.
Else on that Auburn team. It was Cam. He took that team, and then when they beat Bama, when they came back against Bama that year, for him to take the chip, the national championship, the Heisman, go number one overall to the NFL, like, I feel like when we talk about Cam Newton, we got to talk about that year at Auburn. Because that's what made Cam Newton overall pick. And yes, I feel like a lot of people, they nitpick Cam. They nitpick
I agree.
He's not the most accurate passer. He's not a
I agree.
Bro, at the end of the day, Cam Newton is a generational talent at the quarterback.
I agree.
Like, there's only one Cam Newton.
For sure.
Like, we've only seen one Cam Newton. Like, bro, he's what, 6'5"? Let me make sure I'm getting.
You took the word. You about to mention his size and stuff. He's like the height of a man. His height, size, and speed. He's like a running back mixed with a defensive tackle playing quarterback.
Bro, he's 6'5", ran a 4.59.
That's a big dude, man. That's a big man. He's a big dude.
Like, and at his height, the whole offense was built around Cam. So we talk about Cam Newton, like culturally too. Culturally, you remember? Kids the football.
Yeah, giving kids the football. Like,
bro, culturally, Cam Newton, like, bro, 20 years from now, when we talk about Cam Newton,
legendary.
Like, I'm gonna say this. You ready for it?
I know it's coming.
Cam Newton has more of an impact than Eli Manning.
Definitely.
So if Eli makes it to the Hall of Fame, there's no question that Cam Newton should be a Hall of Famer.
Cam's not going to make it to the Hall of Fame unless moving forward, he does major things. But based on what he's done in the NFL, he's not gonna get in.
I'm not gonna argue with you on that point. I don't think that they're gonna let him in the Hall of Fame.
Should he be in?
That there's play like Cam Newton, his impact is not Hall of Fame worthy. Like Michael Vick is a Hall of Famer to me. Impact is just strictly on.
Michael Vick. You hitting on something there.
They changed, like Cam Newton changed the game.
Yeah, he did. But outside of that though, man, you gotta win consistently. I mean, you gotta win, man. I'm not saying he haven't
variables to winning in the NFL though.
I know.
It's different than basketball. Oh, you gotta win in basketball. And there's still a lot of variables in basketball, but in football, bro, if a lineman miss a block,
right? Exactly.
Going up.
Exactly. In basketball, LeBron can take over the series. In football, it's different. You can't. It's too many variables.
The defense
gotta defend. Right. The coach got to call the right play. It's just too much.
Offensive line got to do what they do. Running back, humble. You know what I'm saying?
You got to be on the same page. I got you. But I mean, Cam, man, don't get me wrong. He did have that 2015 season. But if you think about Cam in the NFL, when you think outside of that season, MVP Super Bowl,
Rookie of the Year.
That's true.
He threw for like 4,000 as a rookie. Took over the league as a rookie.
He did, man. He just don't.
Won the year he went to the Super Bowl.
He don't have enough wins and enough numbers, man. I agree with you. He just don't have enough to get into the Hall. I'm not disagreeing with you. He just don't have enough. I mean, I wish he did.
I wish he did too, man.
But I wish he did.
We're wrapping up. Great conversation about Cam. I look forward to continue that dialogue.
Yeah, man.
Before we wrap up, I do want to talk about NFC Fight Night 140 this Saturday, November 20th at Tannery Row in Beaufort, Georgia. T, I know you're not the MMA fan, bro, but I'm just letting you know right now, local mixed martial arts, watching these amateurs and professionals scrap locally is the business, man. So I definitely recommend that you just get on board in some way, shape, or form, homie.
Yeah, my boy Ryan Kimbrough. I gotta go. See him.
I forgot that's your boy, man.
That's my dude, man. Yeah.
He showed out last week too, man.
He nice, yeah.
Ryan Kimbrough had a wonderful performance last week.
Shout out to Ryan. We gonna come back to this a year from now, 2 years from now, and he gonna be on a whole nother level. Just wait on it. Shout out Ryan.
Be champion, man. I interviewed him after his fight. I talked to him ahead of his fight, man. And he actually has a pretty big following too, what I'm seeing. Bro, a lot of people that I know, they don't know much about mixed martial arts, but they know, right? They like, oh, the homie Ryan Kimbrough. It seemed like Ryan for the culture, and I like that.
Yeah, and I'm gonna just throw this out here too, but not the last fight, but the one before. I think that was his first fight. We was talking on Facebook, and he told me he had to fight, and he was, I'm like, bro, you gonna win. He was like, you know what? You're right. Words of power. I'm like, bro, you gonna win. He went in there.
Okay.
So I just want to put that out there. He know what's up.
That's what's up. So with that said, I'm gonna show a quick promo by Jenna Lee Childress, founder and CEO of Flatline Cinema for NFC Fight Night Saturday, November 20th at Tannery Row in Beaufort, Georgia.
I'm Travis Floyd, aka Flow Entertainment, fighting out of Kelly Davis Kill Squad. My opponent is Josh Marr.
My name is Josh Marr. I'm fighting out of American Top Team Team Lima. Fight at 145. I've been preparing for Travis for about 3-4 months now. He's got some hands, but to me, he's a one-trick pony. He's just gonna box, he's just gonna run away. There's nothing that he can bring to the table that is gonna put me on my ass.
I like the fact that he feels confident. That's gonna make it even better than when I beat him. I'm better than him on all aspects of footwork, punch selection. I'm just gonna beat him up for 3 rounds.
I don't see this fight going any other way but with my hand raised.
Josh Marr, I'll see you soon on November 20th. Just show up and get ready for a good fight.
I'm fighting November 20th at Tannery Row in Beaufort, Georgia. And I'm gonna drag him to deep waters.
Come and see your boy. I'll find no smoke.
All fire, no.
I'm gonna drag him into deep waters.
You heard it, bro. He said it.
There's nothing he can bring to the table that can beat me?
Bro, I mean, I like that. Them fighting words, man. We gonna see how it all shapes out this Saturday, November 20th at Tannery Row in Beaufort, Georgia at 7 p.m. NFC
Great promo video.
40. Great promo video.
Great. Awesome.
Flatline Cinema. That's why they pay her the big bucks.
That was a great video. That was a really, really great. I was entertained. I was.
Look,
Truly.
We're going to be out there, man. I'll be interviewing the fighters after the fight. Make sure you check that out on
November 20th.
As you'll check this out on YouTube again. T, before we part ways, man, I want your final thoughts, man. What's your lasting jewel from today's conversation?
Final thoughts, man. Accountability. You don't need nobody else. Hold your own self accountable, man. Have that discipline. That's what separates the haves from the have-nots. Having accountability, discipline. Aside from that, file your taxes on time. You don't need Uncle Sam to come and look for you. If you need help, contact the guru. Outside of that, man, go Cam. Go Cam Newton, man. Go Cam, go Cam, go Cam, go Cam. That's it.
Hey, T, man, I appreciate you, man, for dropping jewels with Julien Virgin. Again, we do this live every Tuesday night, 8 p.m., man. Make sure you tell us.
8 p.m.
Again, tax season is rapidly approaching, so visit the Income Tax Guru LLC.com. Follow him on IG at the Income Tax Guru _. You know it. If you enjoyed this drop of jewels, you would like to hear more dope content, make sure you visit JulienVirgin.com. And until the next time, I appreciate all of you for dropping jewels with Julien Virgin.
Let's go.